A war has now begun in Europe. We will bring you all the latest live coverage on the ground in Kiev and reactions from around the world as Europe faces a crisis on a scale not seen since World War II. Sasha, good to see you. Let's now go over to Brussels. The European Union denounced Vladimir Putin. NATO has condemned. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson speaking there in the House of Commons. Hello and welcome to CRT World. This is the News Hour Live with me, Mariam Zaidi. Coming up in the next 60 minutes, Qatar confirms that Israel has released 39 Palestinian women and teenagers. In total, 150 prisoners will be released from Israeli jails during the four-day truce. 13 Israeli hostages held by Hamas have been released as part of a deal after a pause in fighting began early on Friday. Israel confirms those freed are in their custody. So, Mohammed, just before we came to you, I noticed something a little bit different, something that we haven't seen as this conflict has been going on. I saw a smile on your face and a smile on the face of the lady behind you who I believe has just recently been released from prison. For 49 days, the aid that you've been able to deliver into the Gaza Strip has been so limited. When that truce came into effect at 7 a.m. local time, how did you react? I spoke to somebody yesterday on the programme who said that, you know, this four-day pause will at least be a moment for people to be able to sleep. So I guess for you, at the very least, we can say the sound of that bombardment has at least stopped. So that must provide some, perhaps, mental relief for people in Gaza. You're watching Euronews Tonight. I'm Mariam Zaidi, and these are the headlines this hour. A failure of leadership and a serious failure to observe high standards. Sue Gray's report into Downing Street parties during COVID lockdown is finally made public.
I want to say sorry. And I'm sorry.
Boris Johnson says he's sorry and commits to make changes in Downing Street. But opposition leader Keir Starmer calls him a man without shame and says he must go. Good evening. Pressure is mounting on Prime Minister Boris Johnson following the long-awaited publication of a report investigating Downing Street lockdown parties. Well, for more on this, we're now joined by Alistair Campbell, the former Director of Communications and Strategy for former Prime Minister Tony Blair. Mr. Campbell, good to have you on the programme. Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Zaidi and I am a co-host and moderator for CNBC Catalyst.
It's like assembling the A-team once a year and then you get to meet really cool people.
We've had lots of people up on the stage at the CNBC Sanctuary and we just really hope that everyone likes all of our content. So we have Estelle Callaghan, she's an OBE. She got that from the age of 26. She's the founder of Hundo. Next up we have Ronald Menzel, he's the co-founder of Dreamscape, and Russ Shaw, who also has a CBE. So Ronald, we're a little bit outgunned here. But as I was telling them, my sister has just been awarded an OBE, so you're the odd one out. Okay, so we're here with the amazing Oscar Piastri, who drives for McLaren Racing. There's a parallel between what you do and what I do as a journalist. When I'm in a news, when I'm in, on set, I've got earpieces, lots of people shouting in my ear, but I'm just sitting behind a desk and trying to read the news. But with you, you're driving a car at the fastest speed possible. So what is that like?
It can be annoying sometimes if they say it at the wrong time.
Vladimir, just this last question, very, very quickly. Is this fight for Ukraine the biggest fight of your life?
It's not just about my life. It's about life of millions of Ukrainians. It touches all of us, and it's extremely important for all of us. So let's stay together in one front against this aggression, against the evil. And eventually, we will conquer and win. We will conquer the evil, and we will. We will prevail, because our will is stronger than any army and any weapon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Slava Ukraini. Thank you so much to Jonathan, Marta, and of course, the former heavyweight champion of the world, Vladimir Klitschko. And now to our breaking news. We stay with the EU, but we throw this spotlight now on Ukraine. Out of Brussels, we understand that the EU has reached a deal to open accession talks with Ukraine despite an earlier threat from Hungary.